Hey, brother whose name is withheld for privacy, thanks for stopping by. I have some awesome news to tell you.
Really? What? Are you going to give me some money?
No. Retard, this is better than anything money can buy.
Well, I can think of a lot of things I could buy. A car, a new house, food, some clothes. A new outfit, because this one is kinda girly. And I think I pooped in it. Is there poop running down my leg?
No, you fool. Be serious for 1 minute. There are things more important than money.
Oh, you mean women. And lots of money.
I'm glad I took after dad. No, my one-track-minded brother. I mean truth.
Oh. Like, is it true that quite often I poop in my pants?
Are you sure that you're related to me? Did the police drop you off at the doorstep when we were kids?
Yes, last Thursday. It was a sunny day, and I was strolling down the avenue. And you know how I am. Pooped right there. In front of 2 cops, and it was really stinky. So they dropped me off here and I let myself in and cleaned up a bit.
Well, that explains why my towels were brown. You know, I got rid of my dog because of that, but that's not what I'm talking about. Just listen for 1 moment. It has to do with G-O-D.
G-O-D. Oh, I know that one. God, right? What about him?
Did you know he has a name?
Well, I call him God. But some call him Jehovah.
Yes, indeed. What if I told you that God is not his name, but derived from paganism, and that Jehovah is not even close?
Did you poop in your pants?
No.
Oh, guess that was me. What do you mean God is pagan? And how do you know Jehovah is not his name?
Simple. Reading.
Reading? So you believe anything you read?
Well, let's start with Jehovah. I cannot grab the book, because I do not know how to make my arms do that, since this is my first movie. But in the book, Aid to Understand the Bible, printed by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, the 1969 and 1971 edition, on page 884, the last paragraph says, quote, by combining the vowel signs of Adonai and Elohim with the 4 consonants of the tetragrammation, the pronunciations Yehovah and Yahweh were formed. The first of these provided the basis for the Latinized form, Jehovah.
Wait. Did you say Latinized? I thought that the Jehovah's Witnesses say the Catholic Church is Babylon the Great. And the Catholics use Latin all the time.
Oh, but wait, let's pick back up on page 884, last sentence and read. Quote, the first recorded use of this form dates from the 13th century CE. Raymundus Martini, a Spanish monk of the Dominican order, used it in his book, Pugia Fidei of the year 1270.
So not only is the name Jehovah a Latin translation, it was discovered by a Catholic? How can the Jehovah's Witnesses call the Catholic Church Babylon the Great, but use a name that comes from the language of the Catholics? And was discovered by a Catholic?
Well, sadly all religions, including the Jehovah's Witnesses, like to hide the truth once it has been found. In the book Insight on the Scriptures, Volume 2, printed by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society in 1988, this is the same book as Aid to Understanding the Bible. The section on the translation of the name Jehovah, that starts on page 5, has no mention of the Catholic roots of this gross mistranslation of this name. As a matter of fact, Google the history of the letter J and you will see that the letter J has only been around for a couple hundred years.
What? That is crazy.
Well, what's even more crazy is that according to Strong's Concordance, Hebrew word 1943, Hova, means mischief. And Hebrew word 1943, Hova, comes from Hebrew word 1942, Hava, meaning calamity, wickedness, perverse thing, mischief, noisome, iniquity, substance, naughtiness, naughty, and mischievous. Do you think we should pray to something that a part of its name means bad things like I just mentioned?
Oh, man. I really pooped my pants bad. And I am sure that all Jehovah's Witnesses that did the research you did and saw these things would poop their pants too.
Quite right. You know, I was a Jehovah's Witness for almost 20 years. And by a miracle from Elohim, I was shown these things.
Elohim? Who is that?
That is his true title. Not God. According to the Encyclopedia America, 1945 edition. Quote. God. Common Teutonic word for personal object of religious worship. Formerly applicable to superhuman beings of heathen myth, on conversion of Teutonic races to Christianity. Term was applied to supreme being. End quote.
So God is really a pagan name? Oh, no. I pooped again. So what do you say? Elohim.
Yes, exactly. You seem to get smarter, yet smellier as this conversation progresses. Elohim is his title in Hebrew. And since it was the first language, and spoken by the Messiah, we should try to learn the proper names.
Where did Jesus speak Hebrew?
Well, you can read it yourself. So write this down. Got a pen yet? I will. Wait, still not ready. Okay, Acts 26, verse 14. And his name sure was not Jesus.
I pooped again, just saying.
Thanks for the info. If you look up Jesus Christ in the Strong's Concordance, Greek word 2424, it tells us to look at Hebrew word 3091. And since any good student of the scriptures know the first language used by the Messiah and the prophets was Hebrew, so let's look that up.
Wow. You really have been studying. All I do is poop.
Yes, anyway, Hebrew word 3091 is Yahusha. That is his name, Yahusha.
Wow. Yahusha. I never would have known.
Since you now know the son's name, do you want to know the father's true name?
Do I poop in my pants? All the time. Of course I want to know.
I knew you had it in you. Zeal for the truth, I mean. Obviously you have lots of poop.
Probably because I have been lied to so much. By preachers, clergy, monks, nuns, elders, witch doctors, television, radio, newspapers. And my mom, who told me she would never lie, but she did, and I have been full of poop because of all these lies.
Do not go blaming people. Most do not know, they have been misguided, but I'm sure a few do know. It is not our job to judge. That is Yahusha's job. But let us get back to the true name of Elohim.
Yes, I must know.
Okay, get the Strong's Concordance. And look at Hebrew word 3068. It is how they tell you to pronounce the name, but if you look at Hebrew word 3063, you will notice that it is spelled the same, except for one difference.
Yes, I see. The same, except a upside down looking L.
Yes, well, that is the Daleth. It makes a D sound. So if take that away, what do you have from Hebrew word 3063?
Yahuwah.
Yes. At least that is the best our computer voices can say it.
Wow. So Yahusha really did come in his father's name, Yahuwah. It makes so much sense.
Now that you have a foundation built in truth, pray to Yahuwah. And ask him through Yahusha to help you find more truth. Read the scriptures, and you will see things, and understand things, you never saw or understood before. Also, a book called Fossilized Customs by Lou White can show you a lot of other things I did not cover here. There is a website, fossilizedcustoms.com, has a lot of good information also.
Wow. I will check it out in a minute. After I...
What, poop?
No, clean up. And do you think if I learn the truth, I won't poop as much?
We all poop, just some of us not as much.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for watching my first computer movie. I hope you enjoyed it. I realize many will find this offensive, many may call me an apostate. But if you search out this information, you will find it to be true. I hope you will seek truth, and may Yahuwah bless you.
Hallelujah.